Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comic coming at you with a quick comic haul, and I just want to let you know, hopefully I sound a little better right now because I got a new microphone. I couldn't resist. It's cheap, but see what it says right there? It says BUB. BUB on the box, and it actually says BUB on the microphone too, and it's blue and yellow, just like the BUB'S Comics little logo there. So anyway, enough of that. Hope it sounds better or good at least, and we'll decide on that afterwards. So first one we got is James Bond: The Body #2. This is an ongoing series I'm subscribed to. I absolutely have no idea how it is because I haven't read #1 yet. I was waiting to get a couple in because these James Bond stories tend to be pretty light on story. They're very good stories, but they're not very it doesn't have a lot of words. It's mostly pictures, a lot of action. They're absolutely beautifully drawn and colored. They're just great books. I really enjoying the James Bond series, and that's put out by Dynamite, and this is the newest one here. So here's another one by Dynamite. This was in a dollar bin, and it was RoboCop #1. And look at that, man, that is tough. He's rocking and rolling right there, isn't he? Just taking that guy right out. So really hope to enjoy that. I've got #5 already, so this is #1, and then we'll go from there. I like to complete them. Here's the Shadow Batman, another ongoing series going on. So there was Batman/Shadow before, and then they rolled into the Shadow Batman series. This one's really good, and it's got Damian Wayne as Robin. And I've read the first one so far, and now I've got 3, 4, and 5 to read to catch up, and then I'll be looking out for #6 next month. Next we have Van Helsing, and it's got Hugh Jackman on the cover. Hope you can see that pretty clearly. Look at that Hugh Jackman portrait. Oh my gosh. It's a real dark cover, so I hope it's popping out there. But I really enjoyed the Van Helsing movie. This is a one-shot, and I believe it's a prequel to the Van Helsing movie. I know it's cheesy and everything, but I like the old Universal monster movies. And, you know, I guess because of Wolverine, I'm enough of a Hugh Jackman fan that I really enjoyed this one. And I forget the girl that's in it. Maybe Evangeline Lilly, or I forget who it was, but she was pretty good in it too. This was Image First, Walking Dead. I think that they put these out like every year. I think every year they put out a Walking Dead reprint. So this is like the 30th reprint or some ridiculousness like that. And it's just to get people involved. You know, I didn't have a copy of it. There's nothing rare about it. This is the newest one that they put out. It just came out. So, you know, I picked it up. It's only like 65 cents to get these firsts, which is kind of like the same thing as a True Believers for Marvel has. So I went ahead and picked it up. I hadn't never read the Walking Dead comics. Of course, lots of people swear by them, think they're awesome. I never read them, so I was kind of looking forward to taking a look at it and seeing what it was all about. I do like the Walking Dead TV show, depending on the season and depending on the show. But that's a whole nother review. So there's Walking Dead #1. This is a Wolverine #1. I think it's volume 4, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a variant cover, which is nice because that's like the Wolverine Goes to Hell series. And it's nice to have some variants of that because the regular covers are really quite, you know, rough looking. So, of course, this has got blood on the claws and everything too. So, I mean, it's interesting in and of itself. But there's one of those. And here's a one-shot. I got this for $1 out of a dollar bin. I absolutely love one-shots for $1. I mean, a complete story, those are great. And so I picked up this Wolverine Firebreak one-shot, and I hope it's as good. It looks really tough. Looks like a good comic. And we're going to have a special edition. Hold on. Here is Star Trek X-Men. I didn't have it in the regular group only because I read it today, and I absolutely loved it. The art was fantastic. The story was, you know, I really enjoy the crossovers and mashups, especially when they're completely different publishers getting together. And this was Paramount Pictures and Paramount Comics and Marvel. It's the original cast of Star Trek. One of my favorite things about reading Star Trek comics is that while I'm reading it, the speech bubbles, I hear in my head the voice of the original actors for Star Trek, the original series. And so it's so weird to be reading it and hearing an actor's voice in my head. So I really, really enjoy that. It's just a great comic. Everything about it was fantastic. I really highly recommend this. If you're a Star Trek fan and an X-Men fan and you don't have this in your collection, I don't know what you have in your collection, because you got to get this in there immediately. It's a great read. It's a great comic. Even has a little back, which I like the additional. Look out, guys! I like the additional things in the back there. So that's a good one too. I really enjoy that. All right, one last one here, and that is Wolverines. And the reason that I bring that one in, I just picked it up because I believe that the A cover to the Hunt for Wolverine that's coming out next month is kind of like a variant of this, where he's cutting out of this adamantium shell. So as Wolverine returns, it's going to be nice to have this cover and then the other cover next to it to show the differences there. So that's it. That's my little haul. When y'all get done with this, depending on what time you're in, if it's in the morning, eat breakfast while reading a comic. If it's in the afternoon, you should eat lunch while reading a comic. And if it's during supper, you put all that away and you focus on your family. Then as soon as they're all off doing something else, you go ahead and read a comic. But shut everything down and read a comic. Thanks. Bye.